like I'm the one doing it.
Thank you for joining Klingspor's Woodworking Shop product spotlight of the Klingspor's Hard Fill Kit. And we're live today, by the way. So we want to thank you for joining us.
I love it when we're live. I'm Chris, and I'm in the studio, and Mike is in the shop.
Yep, I'm here with my piece of wood and the Hard Fill Kit demonstration.
And that's what we're talking about today, the hard fill kits from Mohawk. If you do any kind of repair, whether that be furniture, flooring, it doesn't matter. Any kind of repair on wood, these hard fill kits have all the right colors in them. They have all the tools to get you started and really everything you need to get going right away. And it makes no sense if you haven't gotten one of these and you are one of those folks, why you haven't gotten yours already. So maybe after today, you'll think twice about that and go get yours today.
Or at least you'll know a little bit more about what the kit is.
Yeah. So we're going to take a look at them. We've got both the kits here, and then Mike's going to do a little demonstration for us. So we have essentially two kits here. We've got the hard fill kit, and then we have the both of them are hard fill kits. One has got the trend colors, and then one of your main colors. So what's in the kit, you might ask? So open that up. Obviously, you've got a little card here. There is an instruction sheet in this box. There's nothing else in there but that. This will tell you how to use and operate the stuff, but it also acts as a nice support for the plastic tray that these are in. So let's put this back in place just like that. Now, each kit's going to contain certain components. They're going to have the heating tool, which allows you to actually melt the stick into the repair. You're going to have a card. You're going to have a scraper block, and then a different scraper block. And all three of these will be used for various applications. They'll have batteries to run your heating element tool, a little stand that you can keep that thing propped up so you don't have it laid down, and then whatever colors you've gone into, as well as some markers. So there's a variety of items in the kit. And depending on which kit you get, you're going to get similar components. This part here is what's going to be different in each kit. So Mike will go into detail on some of those colors in a moment when he does his little demonstration and what these little blocks with the ridges are for. But they do serve a purpose. They're just not in there just for looks and giggles.
Yeah, I hate to correct you. They're just in there for looks and giggles.
Looks and giggles, yeah. So each kit comes in a nice little case, keep everything together and organized. And then moving over, you'd be able to see the other kit with the other colors. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and open both of them side by side so you can get an idea of the variety that you get in this box. Both kits are going to include the plate, the heater, the batteries, and then the stand, and then each one will have markers depending on what color choices you went with your kits. You can see with this, there's really no repair you can't get done.
Yep, absolutely. So the hard fill kit itself, the original, which is on the left side of the screen, is originally made for like hardwood flooring industries. All of your, nice stain colors you would have on custom furniture. All of the lighter color sticks there are for sapwood or for knots or anything that you have to touch up that's in a lighter color on top of whatever the stain color is. And on the trend color, which is on the right side, this one is actually pigmented lighter colors. Some of those that are on the left side are translucent, like clear coats. There's 4 different clear coats in there. So therefore there's a little bit more yellow, a little bit more clear. Same thing with the right-hand side, but there's more grays and blues included in this kit. The other thing we included with this kit is reds, yellows, and blacks. So therefore you can mix these colors to get the exact color you're looking for. The hard fill kit is on woodworkingshop.com. It is product M888, S as in Sam 3518. And then the trend color kit is M888S 3519.
And Mike, can these kits be picked up anywhere else?
There's only one other place in the entire country that has it, but you can only pick it up from their small store. But basically, these are made just for Klingspor's Woodworking Shop, custom made by Klingspor's Woodworking Shop in conjunction with Mohawk Finishes. So yeah, you can basically nowhere else can you get this exact kit. Now, you may see other hard fill kits out there, but they're going to have much longer sticks and a lot less color selection. We went with shorter sticks and a much bigger color selection because you don't need a lot of the hard fill to get the repair done. So taking a look at the original hard fill kit, this includes 20 hard fill sticks, the scraper tool, the leveling tool, a battery powered burn-in knife, 3 graining markers, the carrying case, an extra chisel tip, because the one that comes in the burn-in knife is a pinpoint. So you have a chisel tip and a pinpoint, and the tip holder, and then the 3 batteries. So everything basically is ready to go right out of the box. And then with the trend color, everything's the same, except for you'll notice that the colors are a lot different. Here you only have 2 clears, and then the rest are actually like a gray off-white type of color, all the way down to bluish dark grays to black. So any of the current trend colors that you have out there and all the popular furniture factories or popular furniture stores, the hardwood flooring, even the engineered, this works on all of that to help touch up. And if you drop something, or if you just want to make it look better, or if you're whatever happens and you want to cover up that accident, this is the way to do it. And basically the hard fill kits are a wax. So they're a very hard wax, unlike anything else out in the industry, unlike any of the other Mohawk products that they've had out there. If you've done any kind of touch up with Mohawk products in the past, like their burn-in knives or the burn-in sticks, those are more brittle type of hard fill, where this is a hard fill pigmented wax. So when you go to do the repair, you don't have to do anything else. Like you're done. That's it. No top coat needed, no burn-in balms needed, none of that. All of that is removed from the situation, so it's a lot easier to do. And I've got some close-up pictures before I do the demonstration, because it really is so fast of a repair process that it doesn't require much time to do one. So I figured we'll do pictures. So what happens most of the time in hardwood flooring, you drop your hammer. So if you've ever been on the job site or doing any kind of repairs, it's normally the first thing that's going to hit the floor is the claw side of the hammer. So what we have here is same piece of wood, different picture right on top, but it's about 1/8 of an inch deep. And the tools that we're going to require is one of the hard fill sticks, a brush tip graining marker, the actual burn-in knife, the scraper, and the leveling tool. So what you want to do is you want to melt the stick in, like, onto, flowing the wax into, or the hard fill into the actual repair. So that way it's completely filled all the way to the top. And then while it's still warm and, not completely wet, but while it's still warm, because it cools very quickly, you want to take the leveling tool and just press down. And what this does is it will press the hard fill into the repair. So that way, if you had any fibers, any kind of issues where, there were loose pieces of wood, this kind of actually pushes those into it and hardens within there. So now you have a nice leveled area, but it's not, it's still not perfectly level. So that's what that leveling tool is for. Those little lines that are on there are a non-marring type of plastic, to where you can scrape it across the surface and you won't do any damage to the existing finish around it, just removing that hard fill wax. And you can see here where the repair is just next to that block, but you also have the hard wax, the hard fill wax that's inside of it. So it only scrapes and levels what the excess is. And here I have a small arrow kind of putting into the neighborhood of the repair, but really it's already kind of blended in. If this was a hardwood floor, I would leave it. I'd be good with this and be done and walk away. But if you have something that requires a little bit more precision, like the grain, that's where the graining marker really comes into play. But these are just different angles to show you how leveled it is, how much the sheen around it is pretty much the same. So you kind of get an idea of the repair and how fast and easy it is. But what the graining marker does is it will add a little line. It's a real soft touch. It doesn't require a lot. And a little goes a long way is the best way I can describe using one of these brush tip markers. But what it does is it adds a little bit of grain to completely remove the repair from your eye. So you, at this point in this picture, only because they're all taken at the same angle, would you kind of get an idea of where it was. But at the same time, it's completely blended in, so you don't see it anymore. So that's what the brush tip marker is for. And if you have a shinier or a duller surface, this is where our non-woven will come in handy. The gray non-woven we have is similar to like a 4/0 steel wool, so it'll blend it a little bit shiny. But we also have a white non-woven, which is non-abrasive, and that'll help just clean up the area around it if it's a flat or a satin finish. And the battery powered, let's see, actually, I'll go to mine. I think that's it. Yeah. There we go. All right. So here I have a panel from a 1930s China cabinet. So, you know, a lot of times these are hard to match. And what I did is out of the kit that we had, so taking a look at these colors here, I went ahead and selected two. I selected this one, which really looks a little bit on the brighter side, but as you can tell in these areas over here, that might be better. And then I picked this one, which is a lot darker, deeper, reddish burgundy color, which is actually really good for the overall look here. And so, do you have any questions or anything, Chris, before I get started?
Nope.
Great. All right. And there's no comments. If you have a comment about how to use this or any questions that you may have pertaining to the hard fill kit, please, by all means, go ahead and throw them in there and we'll answer them for you as we're moving along. But so what we'll do is we'll just make a scratch. Let's do two of them. That might be hard to see on camera there, but those are pretty deep. And with the burn-in knife, you have an on and an off. And what you'll notice is that it's in the on position, but the tip is not hot. Okay, so I'm not going to burn myself. What they've done with this, which is actually pretty cool, is that only when it's in the forward position, if you press the button, you'll see the light come on. Sorry, there we go. When that light is on, that is when that tip starts to get hot, and it takes three seconds. Doesn't take very long for it to do it. And what you'll notice about the tip on there is that if I press it in, it instantly melts. Okay, so it's very quick to do. And what we'll do is we'll just touch it and drag it along, letting the wax flow or the hard fill flow into the repair. And while that's still warm, we just press. And what we're doing is just leveling it out, pushing it into the crack. And so now you have a little excess wax there, but the repair is completely covered over. And on the leveling tool, you have a lot of different areas to do leveling. If you just have something small, there's also a 45 chamfer over here, slight rollover on it. And then even a slight angled one. So no matter what type of situation you may be in, you will be able to remove the hard fill using this block. And there you go. I mean, it's that easy. We're done. And that scratch was going 45 of the grain. So it's never the best scratch to hide. But only if I tilt it can you really get an idea that it's there. Okay, see the shininess of it? That's where you would use like I don't personally do 4-aught steel wool. I like our non-woven gray. But that's where you would go over that and just to kind of blend it so it disappears on it. Let's take a look at... Now, in the trend color kit, you'll get a gray. I think it's a gray, silver, and a gold to help blend in some of those areas. But what a brush tip marker is just simply, it's a brush tip that's real flexible. And you can add a very thin line if you want to, or you can add a very wide line if you want to. There's a lot of options here to be able to cover up or follow the grain in which way you want to. But a light touch, a little goes a long way. And even like on some mahogany stuff like that, you can just make little tiny marks like this to blend it in like that if you want to. So that's how the brush tip grading marker works.
That's some serious magic you're wielding right there, Mike.
I guess so. I mean, it's one of those things where it's so easy to do. All right. So in the kit that Chris has, this is an original kit when we first made these in 2018. So the card's a little different, but it's the same idea. Theirs is dark now, where instead it was white. But these teeth right here, what this is for is to clean out the wax. Okay, so all of that wax that you get into there, the hard fill, you just easily remove it so you can keep it clean and keep moving. This would probably be the only thing I'd probably buy an extra one of, because over time, the teeth get a little bit marred. They're not as sharp as they once were, but they're inexpensive. I don't know, they're a couple bucks. So that we do have those in stock as well. But this is what this is for, is to clean this out. So therefore you can keep it freshly leveled every time. And if you want to, you can keep the wax. It's up to you. But that's it. That's the hard fill kit, Klingspor's hard fill kit, in conjunction with Mohawk Finishing Products.
Sweet.
Yeah. And so I
So if
don't
you're
have a
finding holes or dents or marks or mars in your wood, the Klingspor's Woodworking Shop Mohawk Hardfill Kit is your answer. And did I hear you say correctly that this works with those engineered floors as well?
It does. That's why we did the trend color set, because it's a hard wax. Wax will pretty much be compatible with almost all finishes, all issues, all materials. Wax is a great medium to use for doing touch-ups. And so there's a lot of companies that get these from us that are in the hotel or hospitality industry that like to do a lot of repairs on the furniture there in the hotel room, floors, a lot of the lobbies and stuff like that. This is a great kit to have, even if you just want to do it for your business. If you're into cabinetry and you want to have the crew have a touch-up kit for when they install and something goes wrong, because things go wrong on installs all the time. This one kit will do everything that you need it to do. And it's fast and easy, and you walk away, you're done.
Yeah, if I step on your install, it's guaranteed it's going to go wrong.
Yeah, especially whenever you have a multi-tool or a hammer. It's a done deal.
Always.
Yeah. But I just take a little piece of nonwoven and clean off the tip. The tip heats up in like 3 seconds, cools down within 8 seconds. It's very fast, very effective.
All right.
All right.
Looks like we might have a couple questions or comments on there.
Let's see what we got here. Will the teeth not recut themselves over time? They will not, because of the how deep these grooves are. You would think that this would actually recut itself, but because this is a no-mar plastic, it doesn't do that. It'll just kind of stop right there and hang up. So this one's pretty dull. Like if you look at Chris's and his kit there, you'll see they're much longer and sharper, and it's just overuse over time. I mean, this one's 4 years old, so it's not bad. I mean, it's still doing its job, but I really kind of wish I had a new one because it would be a lot crisp of a line.
I don't think my name's ever been included in a sentence that's talking about being sharper.
Well, even the dullest tool in the shed will still get the job done.
And it's all included in the kit, so no matter what you need, it's ready to go out of the box.
Absolutely. So Klingspor's hard fill kit, you can get that at woodworkingshop.com. Product M888S3518 or 3519. Just depending on what you need. Pick up 2. Hey, why not? And the overall price, I think, is around $150, which when you first see that, it may be a shock. But if you realize how many touch-up tools you don't have to have because of that one kit, it's amazing. So it'll change the way that you're doing touch-ups for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great if you could just literally walk into a store or an install to repair just with this.
Absolutely. Batteries and everything are already included. You're ready to go.
Yep.
And
Very
yeah,
cool.
the only way you can tell that this is starting to run out of battery is when you turn it on. It takes a while for it to heat up. So I put new batteries in, and it's ready to go in seconds.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mike, for that great demo. We don't get to see enough of that. And so it's awesome to be able to see how easy it is to actually do a touch up and repair. And I bet you can get that touched up and repaired before we're ready to end the show.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I have to hit the end button. But
yeah,
if you wanted to do 2 colors, for instance, I was just thinking about that. You just kind of swirl them together. That's it. Like, it's real easy. So now I've got a slightly lighter color.
You typically make all finishing applications look easy. So
this is easy. I don't have to make it look easy. Like it's. So, hey, quick and easy. Now, of course, a little bit more time and that leveling would be a lot better. Little light sandpaper across there, maybe an Ultraflex pad, 320. That'll get the job done in a hurry. But really, for just walking in and walking out of a house, I mean, who's going to get on the floor at an angle and say, hey, wait, what's that shiny spot? Not too many people. So you can get away with this real fast and real easy. Done.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
You're that guy?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, as you can tell, there's quite a few repairs on there. There they all are. All right. Well, that's what we got. We appreciate you for watching Klingspor's Woodworking Shop, Abrasive and Proud of It. Product spotlight of the Klingspor's hard fill kit and hard fill trend kit.
Yep. And if you missed it, obviously you can, or any of our other episodes, you can go watch that on YouTube or Facebook. Go check it out and see some of the other things we've talked about and see some of the deals on the email that we talked about Monday. But we sure appreciate it. With Abrasive and Private Live, I'm Chris.
And I'm Mike Z.
We'll see you next time. We're finished.
Yeah, we're out of here. I'll see you later.